Let's try to simplify the vocabulary in this statement a little bit. An efflorescence or a blooming of creativity rarely occurs in well, settings or environment. Even a little bit of strife, which means violent disagreement, whether in the home or in society at large, can spur great work in both art and literature. Can spur, can foster, can promote. Okay. So we clearly see that this word missing in the blank refers is an adjective for milieu. Milieu means environment or settings. And the clue, the second part of the statement, talks about strife or violent disagreement being able to spur great work. Since the first part of the statement says that creativity rarely happens in this kind of milieu, we need something that is opposite in meaning to this. So if creativity can flourish, can bloom in a place or in an environment where there is at least a little bit of a strife, of violent disagreement, then we need something that is the opposite of that. Now, looking for a word that is opposite to strife, contentious hardly, because contentious is something that is likely to cause disagreement or argument. We can cross this out. It's not the opposite to strife. It's more similar to strife. And genial, we would probably discard this on the spot, because I think genial has this, anything to do with genius? No, I don't think this could be like a very good choice. Looking for something that is opposite to conflict or violent disagreement. Stagnant, we might say maybe, but the stagnant is not the opposite of violent disagreement. Stagnant means what doesn't develop anymore or what doesn't change anymore. Estancado. So this is not really a good choice. A stagnant milieu is not the opposite of a milieu or environment where there is a strife. Compromised clearly has nothing to do with our statement. Exposed, not even close. So what happens here? What is the likely choice for our blank? The thing is that if you discarded genial because you thought that genial is something related or relative to genius, you're wrong. This is indeed one of the possible meanings of the word, but there is another one that is less well known. Genial is also markedly or remarkably pleasant. Too nice to be true. That could be the meaning of genial. So the most unlikely word among the choices turns out to be the correct one, because it's the only one with a meaning that could be opposite to the notion of a strife, like a calm, pleasant environment. So this statement contrasts the fact that creativity normally flourishes in a place when there is conflict, not when things are pleasant. When things are pleasant, easygoing, very hard to find creativity, search in those places. So that's why here, this is a trap. The word genial doesn't really mean what we believe it means. Actually, one of its less known meanings is what comes as a fit in this question. Okay, so here the correct choice is genial. Not genial after genius. No, genial after, too cool, too pleasant. Okay,